संस्थापकं वीरम् कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा, भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा, भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता
संस्कृति का वैभव जग में सबसे न्यारा।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
भारतीय संस्कृति का वैभव जग में सबसे न्यारा। ज्ञान और विज्ञान यहीं से सबने पाया सारा, सबने पाया सारा। कुछ भूलों से हारा फिर से जीते देश हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
है इस देश की माटी,
चंदन है इस देश की माटी, तपोभूमि हर नाम है, हर बाला देवी की प्रतिमा, बच्चा बच्चा राम है, बच्चा बच्चा राम है, चंदन है इस देश की माटी, तपोभूमि हर नाम है, तपोभूमि हर नाम है,
हर बाला देवी की प्रतिमा,
हर बाला देवी की प्रतिमा,
बच्चा बच्चा राम है,
बच्चा बच्चा राम है,
शरीर मंदिर सा पावन,
हर शरीर मंदिर सा पावन,
हर मानव उपकारी है,
हर मानव उपकारी है,
जहाँ सिंह बन गए खिलौने,
जहाँ सिंह बन गए खिलौने,
गाय जहाँ माँ प्यारी है,
गाय जहाँ माँ प्यारी है,
मेरा शंख
जहाँ सवेरा शंख
बजाता,
बजाता,
लोरी गाती शाम है,
लोरी गाती शाम है,
हर बाला प्रतिमा,
हर बाला देवी की प्रतिमा,
बच्चा
बच्चा बच्चा
है इस देश की माटी,
चंदन है इस देश की माटी,
तपोभूमि हर राम है,
तपोभूमि हर धाम है,
हर बाला देवी की प्रतिमा,
हर बाला देवी की प्रतिमा,
बच्चा बच्चा राम है,
बच्चा बच्चा राम है,
जहाँ कर्म से भाग्य बदलते,
जहाँ धर्म से भाग्य बदलते,
समनिष्ठा कल्याणी है,
श्रमनिष्ठा कल्याणी है,
जाग और जप की गाथाएं,
जाग और तप की गाथाएं,
कवि की वाणी,
आगे कवि की वाणी है,
गंगा जलसा,
जहाँ का गंगा जलसा,
गंगा जलसा,
गंगा जलसा,
गंगा जलसा,
जहाँ का गंगा जलसा,
निर्मल है अवतार है,
निर्मल है अभिराम है,
हर बाला देवी की प्रतिमा,
हर बाला देवी की प्रतिमा,
बच्चा बच्चा राम है,
बच्चा बच्चा राम है,
चंदन है इस देश की माटी,
चंदन है इस देश की माटी,
तपोभूमि हर राम है,
तपोभूमि हर ग्राम है,
हर बाला देवी की प्रतिमा,
हर बाला देवी की प्रतिमा,
बच्चा बच्चा राम है,
बच्चा बच्चा राम है,
बच्चा बच्चा राम,
बच्चा बच्चा राम है।
अधरं मधुरं वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरं हृदयं मधुरं गमनं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
वसनं मधुरं वलितं मधुरं चलितं मधुरं भ्रमितं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
रेणुर्मधुरो रेणुर्मधुरः पाणिर्मधुरः पादौ मधुरौ नृत्यं मधुरं सख्यं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गीतं मधुरं पीतं मधुरं भुक्तं मधुरं सुप्तं मधुरं रूपं मधुरं तिलकं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
तरणं मधुरं तरणं मधुरं हरणं मधुरं स्मरणं मधुरं वमितं मधुरं शमितं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
कुञ्जा मधुरा माला मधुरा यमुना मधुरा वीची मधुरा सलिलं मधुरं कमलं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गोपी मधुरा लीला मधुरा युक्तं मधुरं मुक्तं मधुरं हृष्टं मधुरं शिष्टं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गोपा मधुरा गावो मधुरा यष्टिर्मधुरा सृष्टिर्मधुरा दलितं मधुरं फलितं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मनु मुकुरु सुधारी बरनौ रघुवर विमल जसु जोदायक फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेस विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर, जय कपीसति लोक उजागर। रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा, अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा। महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी, कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी। कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा, कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा। हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे, कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे। शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन, तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन। विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर, राम काज करिबे को आतुर। प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया, राम लखन सीता मन बसिया। सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा, विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा। भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे, रामचंद्र के काज संवारे। लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए, श्री रघुवीर हरषि उर लाए। रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई, तुम मम प्रिय भरतहि सम भाई। सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावे, अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे। सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, नारद सारद सहित अहिसा। जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते, कवि कोविद कहि सकै कहाते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा, राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा। तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। जुग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु, लील्योताहि मधुर फल जानू। प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माही, जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे। सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज सम्हारो आपे, तीनों लोक हांकते कांपे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा। संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों जुग परताप तुम्हारा, है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता, असवर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुबर पुर जाई, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित्तन धरई, हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई। जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई, छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, कीजय नाथ हृदय महडेरा। पवन तनय संकट हरना, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसहु सुर भूप। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय।
संस्थापकं वीरम् कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्।
Jai Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna Vande Jagadguru, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. On behalf of Geeta Pariwar, I extend a warm welcome to all the Geeta sadhakas to today's Vivechan session. The divine sage Veda Vyasji in Mahabharata's Shanti Parva says, Geeta Sugita Kartavya Kimanyai Shastra Vistaraihi Ya Swayam Twadmanabhasya Mukha Padmadvisruta. The Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā, it's a scripture of universal significance and is indeed a divine gift. We are indeed blessed to be learning the Gita in the nurturing environment provided with Geeta Pariwar, which is the brainchild of our Parama Pujya Guruji, Sri Guru Govind Dev Giriji Maharaj, whose birthday gets celebrated as Geeta Bhakti Divas. We had the opportunity to witness this special sacred day celebrated at Prayagraj yesterday. This weekend Vivechan sessions not only enhance our comprehension of Bhagavad Gita, but also empower us to embody its teachings, transforming our lives in addition to learning the Gita recitation. Today we are having the second interpretation session on the 11th Adhyaya of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā, Vishvarupa Darshana Yoga. There's a beautiful saying, Ishvara prasadenaiva sarvam siddhyati. Without the Almighty's grace, nothing can be accomplished. So let us pray to the Bhagavan and seek the blessings. To recite the Prarthana, we have Srimati Anita Rajendran ji with us. Anita ji is a GST practitioner from Kerala. She holds a master's degree in commerce and she has been doing many things, including teaching abacus. She is interested in reading and spirituality, associated with Geeta Pariwar since August 2024. Didi ji is already doing seva as a group coordinator and textar as well, and is also part of the content sharing department as well. Anita ji, Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Vasudeva Sudan Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnau Vande Jagadgurum Sri Krishnau Vande Jagadgurum Sarvam Sri Krishnarpanamastu Om Gurubhyo Namaha.
Thank you so much, Anita ji. Thank you for that beautiful prayer. Jai Shri Krishna. Now it is time for Deepa Prajwalan. Let us ward off the tamas in and around us with the Jyoti. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amrutangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. To do the Deepa Prajwalan, we have Mrs. Alka Satish Palkarji with us. And Alka ji is a teacher and counselor from Khagar, Navi Mumbai. She holds a BSc and BEd degrees and is interested in social work as well. Associated with Geeta Pariwar since September 2024. Didi ji is also doing seva as a group coordinator and textar. I request Alka ji to do the Deepa Prajwalan.
निषिद्धैरप्येभिर्लुलितमकरन्दो मधुकरैः करैरिन्दोरन्तश्छुरित इव सम्भिन्नमुकुलः विधत्तां सिद्धिन्नो नयनसुभगामस्य सदसः प्रकीर्णः पुष्पाणां हरिचरणयोरञ्जलिरयम् शरदिन्दुनिभां शुभ्रां शुभ्रवस्त्रैरलङ्कृतां कलहंसकृतावासां वरदां शारदा नुमः.
Thank you, Alka ji, for that beautiful Deepa Prajwalan. It's indeed a blessing. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Now, before we get started, just a quick announcement. Seva and sadhana, as you know, are deeply intertwined. A strong foundation in sadhana, such as meditation and self-reflection, enriches our seva by making it more meaningful and impactful. As we engage in selfless service, our minds are purified and we experience profound inner peace. To help us on this journey, Geeta Pariwar invites us to a special session, Avo Geeta Sevi Bane, tonight at 8:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time in Hindi. And an English session is also planned for next weekend. We encourage all of you to attend these sessions to learn how to become a Geeta Sevi and experience the transformative power of selfless service. Now it is time for the most awaited part of the session. Today's Vivechak is our respected Shri Vikas Ji Vaidya Ji, Acharya Ji. Vikas Ji Bhaiya Ji seamlessly integrates material success with a deep commitment to spiritual practices. He is a successful entrepreneur in the IT sector, having fluency in multiple languages as well. This worldly success is beautifully complemented by his profound spiritual journey, characterized by a dedicated practice of seva, sadhana, and satsang. As a core member of the Geeta Pariwar, he mentors participants at all levels, trains new trainers, and imparts wisdom through the Vivechan sessions, and also teaches Vishnu Sahasranama. A deeply committed spiritual practitioner, he has memorized the entire Bhagavad-Gītā, a remarkable feat, which has also earned him accolades from the Shankaracharya of Sringeri Matha. His unwavering devotion is evident in his daily recitation of all the 18 chapters of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā for over 5 years. It is indeed our honor and privilege to welcome Shri Vikas Ji Vaidya Ji to this today's interpretation session on Vishvarupa Darshana Yoga. Acharya Ji, we request you to please enlighten our mind with your spiritual expertise. Jai Shri Krishna. Yes, Bhaiya Ji will be joining us soon. Yes. In fact, Vikas Vaidya Acharya Ji's Vishnu Sahasrama classes are so well received. You know, many of Geeta sadhakas do mention about his classes that they do attend regularly, and obviously we would have heard Vikas Vaidya Bhaiya Ji's Vivechan sessions as well. So it is indeed a rare opportunity and a blessing to hear him. That too, interpreting this very important adhyaya, Vishvarupa Darshana Yoga, and we will be hearing him soon. Just stay with us. Just a minor technical glitch. We will be starting with the session soon. Please do bear with us.
हरि शरणं 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 हरि शरणं
शरणं हरि शरणं हरि शरणं हरि शरणं हरि शरणं हरि शरणं
हरि शरणं हरि शरणं
हरि शरणं हरि शरणं
हरि शरणं हरि शरणं
हरि शरणं हरि शरणं
हरि शरणं हरि शरणं हरि शरणं हरि शरणं
हरि शरणं हरि शरणं हरि शरणं हरि शरणं हरि शरणं हरि शरणं हरि शरणं हरि शरणं हरि शरणं हरि कुर हमरे रमण बिहारी हम है रमण बिहारी के रमण बिहारी के ठाकुर हमरे रे रमण बिहारी हम है रमण बिहारी के ठाकुर हमरे रमण बिहारी हम है रमण बिहारी के साधु सेवा धर्म हमारा साधु सेवा धर्म हमारा साधु सेवा धर्म हमारा साधु सेवा धर्म हमारा कामन दुनियादारी से कामन दुनियादारी से कामन दुनियादारी से कामन दुनियादारी से
ठाकुर हमारे रमण बिहारी हम है रमण बिहारी की
ठाकुर हमरे रमण बिहारी हम है रमण बिहारी के
ठाकुर हमारे रमण बिहारी हम है रमण बिहारी की
ठाकुर हमरे रमण बिहारी हम है रमण बिहारी के
साधु सेवा धर्म हमारा
साधु सेवा धर्म हमारा
साधु सेवा धर्म हमारा
साधु सेवा धर्म हमारा
कामन दुनियादारी से
हम है रमण बिहारी के
ठाकुर हमारे रमण बिहारी हम है रमण बिहारी
मैं नहीं मेरा नहीं यह तन किसी का है दिया
मैं नहीं मेरा नहीं यह तन किसी का है दिया
अपने पास है वह धन किसी का है दिया
जो भी अपने पास है वह धन किसी का है दिया
मैं नहीं मेरा नहीं यह तन किसी का है दिया
मैं नहीं मेरा नहीं यह धन किसी का है दिया
देने वाले ने दिया वह भी दिया किस शान से
देने वाले ने दिया
Jai Shri Krishna, everybody. We are just dealing with a minor technical glitch. We will be starting the session soon. Please do bear with us. Okay. Thank you. We really appreciate it.
वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं पूज्य स्वामी जी के चरण कमलों में कोटि कोटि नमन। वेलकम ऑल गीता साधक। We are discussing Adhyay 11th and last time we had completed up to slok number 15. 15th shloka Arjuna has started describing that cosmic form of God now, and in the first shloka of Arjuna he had said Pashyami devans tava deva dehe sarvans tatha bhuta vishesha sanghan brahmanamisham kamalasanastam rishinshcha sarvan nurganscha divyan. So this is the Vishvarupa that we are discussing in this Adhyay. Vishvarupa you can see on your screens. The Vishvarupa that Arjuna is seeing is being depicted here. Pashyami devans tava deva dehe sarvans sada bhuta vishesha sanghan brahmanamisham kamalasanastam rishinshcha sarva nurangascha divyan. Okay, with this we'll go to the next shloka, slok number 16, where the description of this cosmic form continues. Arjuna further says, you can keep watching at the figure on the screen, then you can understand every word of it. Aneka bahu dharavaktra netram pashyami tvam sarvato nantarupam nantanna madhyanna punastavadim pashyami vishveshvara vishvarupa. So aneka is many. Bahu is the arms. Udara is the bellies. Vaktra, we know mouth. Netram, eyes. Pashyami, I see. Tvam, you. Sarvada, on all sides. Anantarupam, unlimited forms. Na antam, no end. Na madhyam, no middle. Na punah, no again. Tava, your adim, beginning. Pashyami, again I see. Vishva Ishvara. Vishveshwara is Vishva Ishvara, the Lord of the universe. And Vishvarupa in the form of universe. So Arjuna says, I see your infinite form in every direction. With countless arms, with countless stomachs, with countless faces, and countless eyes. O Lord of universe, Vishveshwara, whose form is the universe itself, Vishvarupa, I do not see in you any beginning, any middle, and any end. Nantanna Badyanna Punastvavadin. See, in Sanskrit, one of the names of Lord is Vishnu. We know it all. Vishnu means who is everywhere, who has pervaded, occupied all the places. So who is everywhere is Vishnu. Vishnu has 1000 names as given in Vishnu Sahasranam, which is the most pleasant and deeply soothing poem in Sanskrit. And every name is to remind us of the all-embracing, all-pervading presence of Lord. Every name of Bhagavan Vishnu in that Vishnu Sahasranam is wonderful. Geeta Pariwar conducts classes in over 6 languages in Vishnu Sahasranam to teach this beautiful and supremely effective stotra. Those who have not learnt it so far, do make it a point to attend Vishnu Sahasranam classes in Geeta Pariwar. Okay, now going back to the shloka, it is said that when the sufferings of Mother Earth became too great for her to bear, she came to Lord Vishnu, the Lord of love, and begged to him to incarnate himself in a human body to lead the humanity back to the unity of love. This is the story behind the baby Krishna's birth. Why Krishna took avatar? Because of this. On Krishna's birth, as is the tradition, his foster parents, that means Yashoda and Nanda, they invited a great sage named Garga to give their new child his name. That is the tradition. Neither Yashoda nor Nanda nor anyone else in the village knew little Krishna's real nature, real essence. But Garga Rishi had to only see the baby to realize that he has been asked to name the Lord himself. He falls to his knees to worship the newly born child. And then he asks the foster mother and father, Nanda and Yashoda, in a choked voice. He is overwhelmed that I have been invited to name the God. Then he says in a choked voice, what name can I give to a little boy who already has 1000 names? He is Vishnu. He already has 1000 names. What name I can give him further now? So this is the story of Krishna's birth. Now it is a beautiful way of reminding us that the Lord is in everyone. That all our names are his names. It is not just 1000 names. It is a poetic way of saying 1000 names. He has billions of names because he is there in the heart of everyone. Everyone on the earth, he is there in the heart. Isn't it? But the problem is, we do not recognize that God within us and suppress the godly sentiments arising in our heart due to our material attractions. We have seen in 13th Adhyay, Upadrashta, Anumanta, Bharta, Bhokta and Maheshwara. These are all the roles Paramatma plays in our body. We do not reach up to that Maheshwariness. We get stranded at Upadrashta or at the most Anumanta. Bharta, Bhokta, Maheshwara, we never achieve, rarely achieve. And then when we reach that Maheshwara, then we also start acting as the God would have acted in our place. We become God-like when we reach that Maheshwara. How does it happen? A small story. Can we help a stranger with so much of patience? There was a hospital. The on-duty nurse took the worried young man, a young major from the army, to one bed. And then she said in a soft voice to the old man lying on the bed, "Sir, your son has come." She had to repeat these words over and over again before the old man opened his eyes. Due to the unconsciousness from pain of the heart attack, he was hardly able to open his eyes and somehow managed to see the young uniformed major standing outside the oxygen tent of his bed. The young major, he extended his hand In order to convey his love and affection to the elder, the major went close to him and made an attempt to hug him carefully, because he was a heart patient, of course. After this loving moment, the major held those old hands tightly in his young fingers and made him feel that I am here, I am with you, don't worry. Seeing these touching moments, the nurse immediately brought a chair so that the major could sit by the side of the bed. Thank you, sister, the major said to that sister, with a polite acknowledgement. All night, the young major sat there in the poorly lit ward, just holding the elder's hand, uttering many words of affection, love, strength, and giving him the strength. Several times in between, the nurse urged the major that you too take rest now, you are sitting for many hours, which the major politely turned down. He said, no, I'm fine, I'm sitting here. Every time the nurse came to the ward, he remained oblivious to her arrival and to the noise in that hospital. He just sat there holding the old man's hands. The rumble of the oxygen tank, the exchange of laughter from the night staff members, the cries and groans of the other patients in the hospital, nothing seemed to break his concentration. He always heard the major muttering some soft, sweet words to the elder, the nurse. The old man did not say anything and only held his son's hand tightly throughout the night. At dawn, the old man passed away, with his hand in the hand of that major. The major let go of his lifeless hand and went to inform the nurse. All night, the major just did what he would have done. He waited now, and he said finally, and then when the nurse came, nurse returned, and before she could say anything to show sympathy for the departed soul and sympathy to this major, the major stopped her. And he asked her, who was that man? The nurse was shocked. He was your father, she replied to him. No, he was not my father, the major replied. I have never seen him before in my life. So why did not you say anything when I took you to him? The major said, I understood right away that there has been some mistake, some misunderstanding. But I also knew that he needed his son, and his son was not there. The nurse kept listening, getting confused. When I realized that the old man was very ill, breathing his last, he needed me, and I stayed back as his son. So then, what was your purpose of visiting the hospital? The nurse asked. Why did you come to hospital then, if you did not know this man? And the major replied, well, I had come to tonight to this hospital to find one Mr. Vikram Salaria. His son was killed last night in Jammu and Kashmir, and I was sent here to inform him that his son has passed away, got killed in the encounter with the terrorist. But the man whose hand you held all night, you know who he was, the nurse asked. Major asked, who? What was his name? He was Mr. Vikram Salaria. Both stood in complete silence for some time as both realized that nothing could be more reassuring to a dying man than holding the hand of his son. In life, if someone needs us like this, then we too should just stay there. Just be there. This is my Maheshwara. Till the end. Our words, enthusiasm, assurance, and the other person's feeling that we are there with them are enough to heal them. Share your abundance with those who are unable, and generosity is our natural condition. Empathy is to understand someone else's feelings naturally. What they are feeling, what feelings they have aroused in us. But unless we are stable, we are patient and calm from inside, let alone helping others, we would be far from even fulfilling our own real goal of the life. So our behavior matters a lot. whenever we see any form, we must not see only the external form, the gross body, but also the indwelling reality in that body. This is the true vision which liberates us from the sense of diversity and makes us realize the oneness in all existences. It does not merely apply to temples or holy places that we should have this vision. But even when we are going in the marketplace or in bazaar, we should be able to maintain the consciousness of our unity in diversity. Even in other places, not necessarily only in temple and holy places. We must feel the divine presence in and around us. Then the Maheshwar in us gets the karma done from us, which he expects us to do. Like that measure, he became Maheshwara for that moment. He performed the duty. Well, now coming back to Shloka, Arjuna uses two adjectives, Vishveshwara and Vishvarupa. Vishveshwara means the controller of universe, the god of universe. And Vishvarupa means the universal form. He implies, O Lord Shri Krishna, the universe is nothing but your own manifestation. So you are the creator of universe and you are the universe itself. Cause and effect, both are you. Like the goldsmith and the ornament made by him, both are gold. Similarly, the creator and the creation, both is God, both is Paramatma. So you are the supreme master. Further, he expresses the vastness of the form he is experiencing by saying that from whichever angle he looks, he cannot see any end to the Lord's manifestation. When he searches for the beginning, he is unable to find where it starts. Now, why he cannot start? Because whatever is beginningless, whatever is birthless, obviously he has no beginning. Paramatma is birthless, so how can he find his beginning? So Arjuna was not able to find his beginning despite trying to look for it. When he tries to see the middle, he again gets no success. And then when he searches for the end, he cannot find the end of that cosmic form also. Again, because Paramatma is birthless, so he has no end, so how can he find his end? Meaning God being omnipresent is visible the same all over and every time. So Anek Bahu Dharavakranetram Pashyami Tvam Sarvato Nantarupam Nantanna Madhyanna Punaspavadim Pashyami Vishveshwar Vishvarupa. Next loka. Kiritinanga Dinai Chakrinancho Tejorashim Sarvato Deeptimantam Pashyami Tvandur Niriksham Samantad Deeptanararkaditimap Prameyam. Kiritinam. Kirit means the mukut, the crown. Arjuna describing what he is saying there now. Gadinam. Gadinam is Gada, the mace. Chakrinam, the disc. So also Tejo Rashim, effulgence. Sarvata, on all sides. Deeptimantam, glowing. Pashyami, I see. Tvam, you. Dur Niriksham. Niriksham is difficult. That means Dur Niriksham, difficult to see. Samantat, everywhere. Deepta Anala, blazing fire. Arka is used for sun. Dyutim, of the sunshine. And Aprameyam, immeasurable. So Arjuna says further, Kiritanang Madinai Chakrinancho, Tejo Rashim Sarvato Deeptivantam, Pashamitvandur Niriksham Samanta, Deepta Anaraka, Ditima Prameyam. I see you wearing the crown, carrying mace, gada in your hand, and the disc, the chakra. Bhagavan Vishnu has chakra in the hand. No? Your radiance is blinding and immeasurable. It fills the universe with the light like the fiery sun blazing in every direction. We have seen Divisurya Sahasrasya Vaidya, thousands of suns rising together in the sky. So how that effulgence will be? Now physical eyes get blinded upon seeing something very bright. somebody is doing welding, and if you see constantly at it, you will get a headache because it's so bright, no? The cosmic form before Arjuna had a brilliance that exceeded thousands of blazing suns. We have seen this in the previous shlokas. Just as the sun dazzles the eyes, the universal form was simply stunning. The only reason Arjuna could behold it because he was having the divine eyes imparted to him by Lord. Within the universal form, Arjuna perceived the four-armed Vishvarupa, as another form of the Lord, with four famous emblems: mace, conch, shankha, disc, chakra, and lotus flower. Now Hindus worship the sun. We consider sun as God. If someone asks you, have you seen the God? You can say, yes, I have seen, I see it every day. See, look, this is the God, sun God. It is a very personal way of saying thank you to the sun, who makes it possible for us to live, to work, to play, to go to school or to go to job, or even make money. For us, he is not just the sun, he is Divakar. And Divakar, if you translate, it becomes the day maker. So he makes our day every day. For billions of years, he has been making day for the entire living entities. We draw our light from him, we draw our heat from him, and we get our food also from him. All lives depend upon the continuous miracle of this God called the Sun God. The conch, shankha, chakra, the disc, mace, gada, and lotus. These are the famous symbols depicting Lord Vishnu. Now Arjuna is seeing Krishna not as Krishna, but as Lord Vishnu. And the Lord is aprameya, incomprehensible. Why is incomprehensible? See, there are three things in the universe. One is Jnana, Jneya, and Jnata. Jnata is the knower. Jneya is the thing which is to be known. And Jnana is the process of knowing the Jneya. Our Antakaran is the knower, the subject. Our senses are the medium of knowing. And the material world is the object of knowing. Our senses are always running after the material world. This material world is the object of knowing. That's why it is said that God is incomprehensible. That means God can never become object of knowing of the Antakaran of the subject. God is neither smell, God is neither color, God is neither sound or the taste. So how the senses can grasp him? So how can God fall in the purview of sensory or mental perception then? And that is why Parabrahma is said to be incomprehensible, because it is beyond our senses, inconceivable, imperceptible. The Lord's cosmic form retains the famous emblems: club, the mace, disc, and also the crown. Chair denotes that it includes the conch and lotus also. Tejo Rashim. The cosmic form of Lord was a mass of splendor. Rashi means mass of splendor. That is, there was unlimited glitter, unlimited radiance. Divisura Sahasrasya. In that form, in that cosmic form of Lord. Sarvato Diptimantam. Radiating, throwing the effulgence on all sides, shining on all sides. Pashamit Pandur Niriksham Samantad Deepta Nalarka Ditimaprameyam. This radiance of cosmic form of the Lord was that of blazing fire and the sun. As the radiance of sun blazes our eyes, the Lord's radiance also dazzled the eyes. The eyes could not bear its sight. The splendor and effulgence of the Lord was limitless and immeasurable, aprameya, on all sides, and no other splendor can stand in comparison with it. That was the splendor of that cosmic form of Paramatma. Going further, look number 18. त्वमक्षरं परमं वेदितव्यं त्वमस्य विश्वस्य परन्निधानं त्वमव्ययः शाश्वतधर्मगोप्ता सनातनस्त्वं पुरुषो मतो मे. Tvam is you. Aksharam, imperishable. Paramam, supreme. Veditavyam, something which is to be understood, something which is to be known. Tvam, you. Asya, of this. Vishvasya, of the universe. Param, supreme. Nidhanam, the refuge, the place. Tvam, you. Avyaya, avyaya is inexhaustible, imperishable. Shashvata dharma gopta. Shashvata dharma is eternal. And Dharma Gupta is the protector of religion. The protector, maintainer of the eternal religion. Shashvata Dharma Gupta. Sanatanam, eternal. Tvam, you. Purusha, the supreme person. Matah me, this is my opinion. This is what Arjuna is saying. Mato me, this is my opinion. So Arjuna expressing his opinion, he says, you alone are indestructible, supreme being, worthy of being known. The only thing in the world to be known is you only. Viditavyam. You are the supreme God, the supreme Parabrahma. You are the ultimate creator, the stratum, the foundation, the only support of this universe. You are the imperishable protector of eternal dharma. You alone are boundless eternal Purush. This is my opinion. Matome. Arjuna says, this is my opinion. Now Arjuna announced that he recognized the sovereignty of Krishna's position as the Supreme Lord. Who was the support of all creations and who is to be known by all scriptures. The Kathopanishad says, Sarve Veda Yata Padma Mananti. Meaning that the aim of Vedic mantras is to take us in the direction of God. He is the object of study of Vedas. Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā says, Vasudeva para Veda, Vasudeva para Veda, Vasudeva para Makaha. Means the goal of cultivating Vedic knowledge is to reach the God. All sacrifices, all yajnas are also meant for pleasing that God, for pleasing Him. Now, in this tribute to Shri Krishna, Arjuna expressed his realization that the personal form of Lord standing before him was the same supreme abode, same absolute truth, same core essence that is the object of all Vedic knowledge. So whatever Vedas say about Paramatma, Arjuna says, I am seeing here in front of my eyes. Same Paramatma which has been described and which is the aim of studying of all Vedas. So whatever Veditavyam, whatever we can understand after reading Vedas, I am seeing in front of my eyes here. Now this is the core description of the core essence. That is the Tattva. This Tattva is imperishable, eternal, creator, foundation of the entire universe. But here, we must note that the word Purush, it does not denote a man. It does not denote a man as a male. Pur means the town, a residing place, such as Nagpur, Raipur, Jabalpur, all those Pur. We have learned in Adhyaya 5 that Chaitanya, the Jivatma, resides in this Navad Barpur. We have 9 gates, 2 plus 2 plus 1, 5, 7, and 2 for the disposal of body waste. So this is a Pur of 9 gates, Navad Barpur. In 5th Adhyaya we learn this. So Purush is not male. Everybody staying in this body, whether it is female or anything, is Purush for this matter. Thus, men should not misunderstand the word Purush in this context and use it as yet another excuse to suppress the females. There are people who quote Geeta as an endorsement of their superiority, saying that Purush is male, so all Purush are God. Females are not. This is what they find out. This is what they say, which is totally wrong, of course. Arguing that God is said to be a male, in effect, they expect women to treat men as God and follow all of their instructions and orders, which is rubbish. God is equally present in female, male, everywhere. Tvamaksharam paramam veditavyam. The Lord is imperishable supreme being, who is attributeless and formless. Tvamaksharam paramam veditavyam. Tvamaksharam. And who has been described in the scriptures as the absolute, as the Parabrahma, and who is realized by the liberated souls, people who have got moksha. Tvamasya vishvasya parannidhanam. Arjuna says that the Lord is the ultimate resort of support of the entire universe. At the final dissolution, pralaya, the entire universe merges into him. And at the beginning of new creation, it emanates again from him. We'll study this in 8th Adhyaya also. Tvam Shashvata Dharma Gupta. Arjuna says that when there is a decline in righteousness, dharma, and rise of unrighteousness, adharma, the Lord by an incarnation destroys the evil and protects the Sanatan Dharma. In 4th Adhyaya we have learned Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuttanam dharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham. Then he takes the incarnation. And what does he do? Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya dushkritam dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Shashvata Dharmagupta. Now this Dharmagupta is one of the names of Lord Vishnu. When you study Vishnu Sahasranam, you will see this name. As one of the 1000 names of Bhagavan Vishnu is Dharmagupta. You will find a lot of interrelation between Bhagavad Gita and Vishnu Sahasranam. It will be an interesting study for you to see how many names of Lord Vishnu are appearing in Bhagavad Gita. And what is their meaning in Gita and what is their meaning in Vishnu Sahasranam. Very interesting. Avyaya Sanatanatsam Purusho Matami. Arjuna says, Lord is eternal, imperishable being, the Almighty God who remains imperishable even when the entire universe perishes. Avyaya. This is all the description which Arjuna is making of that cosmic form. Obviously, he is getting overwhelmed seeing that cosmic form and all this coming out of his mouth automatically. Further, Slok number 19. Anadimadhyanta viryam anantabahum shashisurya netram pashyami tvam deepta hutasha vaktram swatejasa vishvamidanta pantam. Anadi. Anadi is without beginning. No beginning. Madhya. Madhya is middle. Antam. Antam is the end. Anantam. Unlimited. Viryam. Glories. Bahum. Arms. Shashi. The moon. Surya. The sun. Netram. Eyes. We know it. Pashyami. I see. Tvam. You. Deepta. Blazing. Hutasha vaktram. Fire coming out from the mouth. Hutasha vaktram. Hutash is Agni. Agni coming out from the mouth. Swatejasa. By your own radiance. Vishvam. Universe. Idam. This. Tapantam. Heating. So Arjuna says, I see you without beginning, without middle, and without the end. Infinite in power, with limitless arms, the sun and moon as your eyes, mouth as blazing fire, hitting the entire universe with your lustrous radiance. Now in Slok 16, which we have seen just now, Anek Bahudara Bhaktinatam Pashyami Sardo Nantarupam Nantarna Madhyana Purastu Pashyami Vishvarupa. Arjuna said that already. The Lord is without beginning, without middle, and without end. And he is repeating this again just after 2-3 shlokas. Out of his excitement over what he is seeing. If a statement is uttered repeatedly in amazement, it is taken as an expression of wonder. And it's not a literally flaw to repeat the statement. For example, on seeing the snake, one may scream, look, 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 say snake, snake, stain, sap, sap, sap. Or in other situation, we shout, chor, 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 repeating. or bachao, 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 like that, or help, help, help. So we repeat. Arjuna is similarly repeating his words in amazement. He's shocked. However, there is a small difference in this repetition, which we will see soon. What is the difference in this repetition? God is indeed without the beginning and end. He has no birth, so no beginning, and no death, so no end. This is because the space and time are within him. He is beyond time and space. So he is beyond the measure of time, their limits. Space has a limit, time has a limit. He is beyond them, so he has no limit. Anantam. He cannot be encompassed either by space or by time. Further, the sun and the moon and the stars, they receive their energy from the Lord. Thus, it is He who provides the warmth to the universe through these entities. Anadi Madhyanta. Arjuna saw the Lord without the beginning, middle or end. He had no limits. In the 16th sloka also, Arjuna had said, I see neither your beginning, nor your middle, nor the end. So this statement conveyed the infinitude of the cosmic body, that is infinite in space. Now in this sloka, 19th sloka, it is in the context of infinitude of time. It means that the Lord of time and space, both. We can take that 16th sloka was about the space, 19th sloka is about the time. So all the time and space is within him. Then how can he be encompassed by space and time? In other words, he cannot be measured like space or like time. Ananta Viryam. Arjuna wants to convey the Lord's power, strength, glory, and energy. All are limitless. Anantam. Anantabahum. The Lord is endowed with numberless, countless arms. Surya Netram. The sun and the moon, which illuminate the entire universe, are the Lord's eyes. Thus the universe is illuminated by His light. Deepta Hutasha Vaktram. The Lord's mouth is blazing fire, which receives various articles offered when we perform yajna. The Lord's mouth is also a fire there. Yes, it receives everything that is offered in the yajna. Swatejasa Vishvavidanta Pantam. The Lord heats the universe with His radiance. The light radiated from the Chaitanya Tattva is the light of itself and not borrowed from someone. The soul has to be self-enlightened because the soul enlightens every moment of life. This stage of soul has the power to create another life. So we have the same capability. We don't recognize it, unfortunately. Okay, let us go to Shlok 20 now. Shlok 20, Arjuna says, Dyava prithivyoridamandaram hi vyaptan tvayaiken dishascha sarvaha drushtvadbhutam rupam ugranda lokatraya pravyathitam mahatman. Dyava prithivyoridamantaram. The space between heaven and earth. Vyaptam. Vyaptam is occupied, pervaded. Tvaya, by you. Ekena, alone. All. Društva, by seeing. Adbhutam, wonderful. Rupam, form. Ugram, terrible. Tava, your. Idam, this. Loka, the three lokas. Trayam, lokatrayam, three lokas. Swarga, Prithvi, Patal. Pravyathitam, disturbed, perturbed. Mahatman, a great soul, that means to the cosmic form. Arjuna is addressing this. So Arjuna says, the space between the heaven and the earth, Dyava Prathivyoridamantaram hi, and all the spheres is pervaded by you alone. Ekena. Seeing this marvelous and frightening and fierce form, the three worlds are trembling in fear of the greatest of all, O Lord Krishna. Arjuna says, O omnipresent Lord, you are pervading in all 10 directions. The whole earth, the sky above, and the space between Everywhere you are. Your cosmic form has occupied entire thing. All living beings are shuddering in fear of you. Now, why should the three worlds shudder before the universal form when they have not been able to see it? They don't have Dividrushti, no? Then how can they shudder? Why do they shudder? Arjuna implies that everyone is functioning in the fear of God's laws. His commandments, his regulations are in place, and everyone is obliged to submit to them. Ramayana says, Karma pradhana biswa kari rakha, jo jasa kari, so tasa phanachakha. Meaning the world functions according to the laws of karma. Whatever we do, we'll have to reap the karmic results. God is the supreme lawmaker, and everyone is subject to the dominion of his laws. Even if the three worlds are not able to visualize the Vishvarupa, they surely sensed the intense heat and the uneasiness in the entire space due to that Vishvarupa. We experience it when we and all other living entities, including the animals and birds on the trees, they go silent and feel uneasy at the time of full solar eclipse. At 2 o'clock in the midday, when there is total darkness because of full solar eclipse, we sense it. Something terrible is happening, isn't it? So all the three worlds, we are sensing that something dangerous is happening. They could sense the great heat, the great effulgence of that cosmic form. Mahatma. By this address, Arjuna means to say that his self, Paramatma's self, is the greatest of all. None can be equal to him, Mahatma. Dyava prithivyordamantaram hi vyaptan tvayaikena dishascha sarvaha. The entire space between the heaven and earth is filled with Lord. He pervades in all 10 directions: east, west, north, south, east, north, northwest, west, south, southeast, upwards and downwards. All 10 directions. Drushtpadbhutam purpam ugranta vedal lokatraya pravithatam mahatman. Arjuna, after describing the frightening form of the Lord, now starts describing the results of that form. Seeing the dreadful, uncommon fears from all sides of that form, and all the being inhabiting the heaven, the earth and the patal are greatly alarmed and they are trembling in fear. Now seeing means experiencing, not physically seeing. We have seen it in the last session. That seeing does not mean physically by eyes, but they don't have dividrushti. So they cannot see it, but they could experience the extreme heat that has suddenly erupted in the cosmos. The entire space between the heaven and earth is pervaded by you alone. You alone exist in every direction. This experience on its own is so overwhelming, and it's such a profound experience that it is evoking tremendous fear in Arjuna also. But what is this fear? Yet the Dividrushti. So why is he afraid of? What is he afraid of? This fear is the reflection of attachment to the body, and it rises in the experience of infinite, because in order to experience the limitless, one will have to draw from the limited eye of the body. Unless I give up the limited eye of the body, how can you experience the infinite, limitless essence of Parabrahma unless you move away from the identification with limited body? You have to come out of your body. In 13th Adhyaya, we learned how to come out of the body. As you go deeper and deeper into meditation, it is likely that one gets gripped by a strange fear of not being able to come back to normal life. He gets so deep in the meditation that he feels uneasy. I cannot come out of this meditation now. I have lost my body or what? He gets scared in meditation. And such is the intensity of this fear that the meditation gets disrupted. Fear arises because we cannot imagine ourselves without body. Even when we are in meditation, if a thought comes to our mind that I have come out of my body, we become very uneasy. The attachment to body is so deeply rooted. And sometimes people give up meditation totally, it is the intensity of that fear. Meditation, I have tried it, but I get a very strange feeling that I am not the body. So people in fear, they give up the meditation because of this fear, because their attachment to the body. They don't want to leave their body. Yogis and sannyasis, they do meditation for this same very purpose, that they want to come out of our body. We people practicing meditation for many years, when that feeling really comes, we give up the meditation. Foolishness, no? See, after all, to lose one's sense of existence, to really dissolve one's sense of I-ness, cannot be a very pleasant experience. Easier said than done. I call it foolish, but easier said than done. But again, the question is, how can the limited know the limitless existence? So it is impossible to retain the sense of I am body, I am mind, I am intellect, and simultaneously experience the limitless existence. When you are accepting that you are limited to your body, to your mind, to your intellect, then how can you experience the limitless existence? It is impossible. Now the choice is yours. Whether you want to go to that unlimited, limitless experience, or you want to remain restricted to I am body, I am mind, I am intellect. This I will have to dissolve. It will have to go away. As long as I does not dissolve, one will not experience the infinite existence. Now this gives rise to the most confusing question. In absence of I, who will then be left to experience the infinite? I is dissolved. Then who will experience that infinite? Great question, no? Something to think about. This is a fantastic and such mind-boggling question that no words can find an answer to this. Arjuna is voicing this fear, his bewilderment, and to the Lord, and continues in the next look also. 21, Arjuna says, Ami hitvam surasanga vishanti, tichit bhita pranjalayo grananti, swastityuktva maharshi siddha sangha, stvanti tvam stiveh pushkalabhihi. Ami hitvam surasanga vishanti, tichit bhita pranjalayo grananti, swastityuktva maharshi siddha sangha. Ami means what? All this. All this. He, definitely, certainly. Tvam, you. Sura Sangha. Sangha is the group. Sura is the gods. So the groups of demigods is Sura Sangha. Vishanti. Vishanti is to enter. Vish means to enter. So Vishnu, who has entered everywhere. So Vishanti is entering. Kechit, some of them. Geeta, out of fear. Pranjalaya, with folded hands. Grunanti, or offering their prayers. Swasti, all peace, Shanti. Iti, thus. Ukta, speaking, talking. Maharshi, great sages. Siddha Sangha, groups of perfect beings. Siddha Purush. Stuvanti, are singing the hymns of Vedas. Tvam, to you. Stutibhi, with prayers. Pushkalabhi, Vedic mantras. So Arjuna says, scores of demigods are entering into you in your cosmic form. Some are singing your glory out of sheer fear, whereas healing, may all be well. Stuvanti, great sages and siddhas, perfected beings, are praising you by chanting various glorious Vedic hymns. Now Arjuna is seeing here the Kala Rupa of Shri Krishna. That is his form as all devouring, all eating, all finishing time. The marching onslaught of the time consumes even the greatest personalities. Time does not spare anyone, however great one may be, including the celestial gods. Arjuna sees them entering the universal form with folded hands. In submissiveness, samarpan, to that Kala Rupa of God. At the same time, he sees the sages and the perfected souls praising enthusiastically the Lord with their thoughts, with their words, and with their deeds. The cosmic form of God no doubt is shockingly frightening to the host of rishis and siddhas and munis. But a few god rishis, devarshis, like legendary Kapil, Narada, Vyas, Phrugu, Atri, etc., being highly advanced spiritual luminaries, understanding the purpose of the occasion and the divine nature of the Lord, were peacefully and devotedly appealing, requesting the Lord, because they were unaffected by the universal divine form. Arjuna saw this in the divine body of God. Now, who gets scared and who does not get scared? We'll see that in the next loka. But in short, if I say you now, people who have reached the level of Advaita, that me and God are same, they will not get scared. But people who are still in the Dvaita, that I am different and God is different, they will get scared. So these people, Kapil, Narada, Vyasa, Bhrugu, and Atri, they had reached that level. So they were not scared. They were at peace. Arjuna saw this divine body of the God with all this happening there. Next loka, 22. Rudraditya vaso ye cha sadhya vishveshvino martaschoshmapashcha gandharva yaksha surasiddha sangha vikshante tvam vismitaschaiva sarve. Rudra, the manifestation of Lord Shiva, Rudra. Adityan, the sons of Aditi, we saw it in previous look also. Vasa is the gods. Ye, all this. Sadhya. Vishwa is Vishvadeva. Ashwino, the two Ashwini Kumar. Maruda, the wind gods. Umapa is the forefathers, the ancestors. Gandharva, of the Gandharvas, who manage the music and singing in the Swargaloka. It is believed that Asura, the demons. Siddha, the perfected demigods. Sangha, their assemblies, their teams, their groups. Vikshante, are seeing. Tvam, you. Vismit, in wonder. Sarve, all. Arjuna says, the 11 Rudras, we saw their names in previous session. 12 Adityas, sons of Aditya and Kashyap Rishi. 8 Vasus, 12 Sadhyas, 10 Vishwadevas, 2 Ashwini Kumars, and 49 Maruts, the wind gods. Host of Gandharvas, Yakshas, Asuras, Siddhas, they all gaze at you in sheer amazement. Rudraditya Vasuvaicha Sadhya Vishveshvino Martaschoshmapashcha. When we studied 16th shloka, we discussed about the names of 11 Rudras, 12 Adityas, 8 Vasus, 2 Ashwini Kumar, and 49 wind gods. Now, the 12 Sadhyas. They are Mana, Hanumanta, Prana, Nara, Yana, Chitti, Haya, Naya, Hamsa, Narayana, Prabhava, and Vibhu. And there are 10 Vaishvadeva. Kratu, Daksha, Shrava, Satya, Kala, Kama, Dhuni, Kuruvan, Prabhuvan, and Rucha Manu. And 7 Upamas, that means the Pitar. Kavyaha, Anala, Soma, Yama, Aryama, Agnisattva, and Vaharshita. They are called Upama because we offer hot food to our pitars. On their annual day, we offer them hot food. So the people who eat hot food, they are Upama. Gandharva Yaksha Surasiddha Sangha. The Gandharvas are born of 3 wives of Kashyap Rishi, Muni, Praha, and Arishta. These 3 wives, the children born out of these 3 wives, are the Gandharvas. And Gandharvas are expert in the art of different melodies and music. They are the musicians of the heaven. The Yakshas are said to be born from Rishi Kashyap's wife, Khasa. The Asuras, demons, are the Daityas, Ganavas, and Rakshasas, who are sworn enemies of gods. There is always a fight between Surya and Asura. Kapila, etc. are the Siddhas. Vikshante tvam vismita shaiva sarve. Now these Gandharvas, Yakshas were gazing at the Lord in sheer amazement. All gods mentioned above in this shloka, the Ushmapas, and then the Gandharvas and Yakshas, they were all gazing at Lord in amazement. They were at the same time a part of cosmic form of God. How can they be out of that cosmic form? When this entire cosmos is the body of Paramatma, they cannot be out of this universe, isn't it? So they are also part of that cosmic form. And Arjuna was able to see them. So this is how Arjuna is describing more and more about that cosmic form. Further, Rupam Mahatte Bahuvaktra Netram Mahabaho Bahubahurpadam Bahudaram Bahudamshtra Karalan Drashtva Lokah Pravyatitastathaham. Rupam, how is the form? Mahat, Mahat means great. Te, of you, Bahu, many. Vaktra, we saw this, faces. Netram, we know eyes. Mahabaho, a mighty armed person, that is Mahabaho. Bahu, many. Uru, Uru means the thighs. Padam, Padam is the legs. Bahu Udaram, many bellies. Bahu Dhanshtra, many teeth. Karalam, horrible, terrible, scary. Drashtva, seeing. Loka, all the lokas. Pravyathitam, perturbed, disturbed. Tatha, similarly, Aham, I also. So Arjuna says, see, Arjuna in the next loka, he is, while describing the fearful cosmos form of the Lord, he explains its effects on the universe. He is saying, O mighty arm, Mahabaho, seeing your immeasurable and frightening form with numerous mouths, eyes, arms, thighs, feet, bellies, and gruesome, fearful teeth, all the worlds are terror-stricken, perturbed, and so am I. Aham also. So am I. The description of stroke 15 to 30 are in the following forms. 15 to 18, these three shlokas, they give you the cosmic manifestations, divine form. 19 to 22 are giving description of his horrible, terrible form. And 22 to 30 is the most scary, most dreadful form. Bhavaktara Nitram, we have seen this. The Lord's mouth and eyes in his dreadful cosmic form. They are of various size, various shapes, and express different moods. Bahubahurupadam. The arms, thighs, and feet were also of different sizes, shapes, and colors. And their movements were also unusual. Bahudaram Bahudamshtra Karalam Drushtva Lokah Prabhithitastadaham. Tatha Aham. Aham is I. So after beholding the terrible teeth in Lord's mouth, the worlds were terrified. Arjuna says he is also terror struck. Not only the whole worlds, I am also terror struck. Arjuna accepts it. Now, why Arjuna is repeating himself about the comments of on this cosmic form and many times saying Anek Bahudara Bhaktanetram and all that? There are several reasons for doing so. Arjuna is seeing a novelty, the speciality in each part and phase of that cosmic form. So wherever he goes, looking at that cosmic form, he is awe. He is in awe, in wonder. After having the vision of God's cosmic form, Arjuna was so much confused, so much alarmed, that he did not remember that he has already said this earlier. And when a man overwhelmed with emotions of fear or joy or sorrow or surprise, he generally repeats the words. After seeing a snake, we saw that. Entering a building, he shouts, "Sap, sap, sap," and all that. We saw that. After winning a match, we say, "Oh, I have won. Jit gaya, jit gaya, jit gaya." Thus, Arjuna has repeated the words out of joy, out of surprise, and out of fear. All three there. He was having joy that he is saying something unusual. He was surprised to see all that, what is unusual, but he was under fear also. Because what he saw, he had never expected. The Upanishad says, the supreme entity has thousands of heads, thousands of eyes, and thousands of feet. He envelops the universe, but it is transcendental to it. He resides in all human, about 10 fingers above the navel in the lotus heart. What is 10 fingers above the navel? Is our heart. So he stays in the heart. This is what Upanishad says. The Kathopanishad says, it is from the fear of God that the fire burns, the sun shines out of fear of God. It is out of fear of him that the wind blows and the Indra causes the rain to fall. Even Yamaraj, the god of death, trembles in front of Paramatma. This is what Kathopanishad says. Now we should note that those who are beholding, seeing, and those who are being beheld, seen, those who are terrified and those who are terrifying, all those beings and Arjuna himself is a part of that cosmic form. How can anything be out of God? When cosmic form is there, encompassing the entire cosmos, how can they be outside of it? They are also part of the cosmic form. Okay. Going to next sloka, 24. Arjuna says, Navasprusham deepta vaneka varnam vyattananam deepta vishala netram drishtva hitvam pravyadhitantaratma ditanna vinnami shamincha Vishnu. Navasprusham, touching the sky. Deepa Vaktram, glowing. Aneka, many. Varnam, colors. Vyakta is open. Ananam is the mouths. Deeptam, glowing. Vishal, very great, very big. Netram, eyes we know. Drashtva, seeing. Tvam, you. Pravyatita, perturbed. Anta, within. Atma, soul. Dhritim, the steadiness. Dhriti. No, it's not. Vindami, I have. Shamam, the mental tranquility, the mental peace. So is also, and Vishnu is one Vishnu's name, Vishnu. So Arjuna says, when I see your form touching the sky, Navasprusham, effulgent in many colors, with mouths, with your mouths wide open, Vyatananan, with large shining eyes, my heart trembles with fear. I lose my courage. I find no peace, no shamam. Oh, Lord Vishnu. Now he's calling him Lord Vishnu. He's not calling him Krishna. He knows this Krishna, my friend, is a Lord Vishnu only. So he's calling him Vishnu now. See, seeing the cosmic form of God, it changed the nature of Arjuna's relationship with Krishna. Earlier, he had looked upon him as an intimate friend and interacted him in a manner befitting a close associate, a close friend. He was aware at the back of his mind that Krishna was God, but the lover overflowing in his heart would make him forget the almighty aspect of Sri Krishna's personality. He knew that Krishna is much superior than me, but he never imagined he is a Paramatma. All he would remember was that he loved his friend Krishna more than anyone else in the world. He did not want to lose Krishna, even after seeing Paramatma. This is the nature of love. It absorbs the mind so deeply that the devotees forget the formal position of his beloved Lord. I don't want Lord, I want my friend. And if formality is retained, then the love is unable to manifest in its fullness. For example, a wife loves her husband deeply, though he may be the governor of the state or the president of the country. The wife only looks upon him as her husband. And that is how she is able to interact intimately with him. If she keeps this thought all the time in her mind that her husband is a governor or a president, then each time he comes by, she will be inclined to pay a more ceremonial respect to him. Is that the relation of husband and wife? So the knowledge of official position of the beloved gets immersed in the loving sentiments. You may be president, you may be governor, but our relation is different. I want to keep that relation. Arjuna is with the same mentality now. Krishna, I want to keep my friendly relation with you. Cosmic form, God, everything fine, okay. The same phenomena is taking place in the devotion to the God. Now we know that the cowherds of Bridge merely viewed Krishna as their bosom buddy, as their bosom friend. See the sweetness of living interactions between Sri Krishna and his cowherd friends. They play games together, and when Sri Krishna loses the game, he becomes hoarse by sitting on, he becomes like a horse. by sitting on 2 hands and 2 legs. He is given that punishment by his buddy, by his friends. Yeah, you have lost the game, now become a horse. And his friends ride on him as if he is really a horse, Krishna. If the cowherds friends remembered that Krishna was God, they would never have the prudence, the courage to do such a thing. And the Lord too relishes the intimacy of such interactions with his devotees, in which they relate to him as a dear friend. Krishna enacted the famous Govardhan Leela. He lifted Govardhan by one finger on the in the Govardhan Leela. He lifted the Govardhan hill on the little finger of his left hand to protect the residents of Braja from the torrential rains caused by Indra. However, Sri Krishna's little cowherds were not impressed. In their eyes, Krishna was merely a lovable friend. They did not believe that Krishna could lift the hill. The cowherd, the friends, applied their sticks from the bottom of the hill, thinking that they were actually the lifters of the hill. All his friends put a stick to that Govardhan Parvat, thinking that they are the instrumental in lifting the hill. Now, when the cowherd boys saw Indra, the king of heaven, coming and offering namaskaram, obeisances to their friend Krishna, they realized that Krishna is God. So they began looking at him differently, fearfully from a distance. Oh my God, something different. He's not our friend, somebody else is. Seeing their devotional sentiment change from friendship to awe and reverence, Sri Krishna mournfully said, that loving exchange we were enjoying has vanished. They are now thinking that I am God. Then by his yoga maya, his yoga power, he made them forget what they had seen, and they again felt that Sri Krishna was nothing more than their friend. Otherwise, it would have been difficult for Krishna to deal with them. Arjuna was also the devotee of Sri Krishna in Sakhya Bhava. He was used to relating Sri Krishna as his friend. This is why he agreed to Krishna's charioting his as a chariot driver. When he requested, Krishna accepted. Because he requested Krishna because he is friend. I cannot say anything to my friends. If the devotion had been motivated by the fact that Sri Krishna was supreme lord of all creations, Arjuna would have never allowed him to do such a demeaning service of driving his chariot. But now, seeing Krishna's infinite splendor and inconceivable opulences, vibhutis, his friendly sentiments towards Krishna is replaced by fear. Friendship is gone. Now he is affected by the fear, seeing that cosmic form. Vishnu. Arjuna now knows very well, that his old good friend, his chariot driver Krishna, is none other than Lord Vishnu himself. He is calling him Vishnu now, who incarnated as Krishna in order to lighten the burden on the earth. Deepta Maneka Varnam. The Lord's terrible cosmic form was of multicolors and effulgence. Navasprasham. His form was so tall that it was touching the sky. It means that as far as Arjuna could see, he saw the cosmic form of God touching the sky. It indicates that even the Divya Drishti, the divine sight, could not have access to the end of the limitless cosmic form of the Lord. Vyattananam Deepta Vishala Netram. Just like a wild beast, the Lord's mouth was wide open to ingest the entire universe, to gulp down the entire universe. His eyes were large, shining, and fiery. Dushtva hitvam pravithadantaratma dhitanna mindami shamancha Vishnu. Arjuna says that he was very much frightened at the sight of Lord's cosmic form, and he lost his courage, his self-control, and his peace of mind. You see, when you have an experience that you are not prepared for, not ready for, it is but natural that the experience will make you fearful. Thus, one has gradually, step by step, prepared oneself. To an unprepared person, any sudden deep experience maybe divine also, will become unbearably unsettling and shaking. And the same is happening with Arjuna. He was not prepared for this. He requested, I want to see your cosmic form. But is this cosmic form? My God. But more horrible things are going to happen in the next lokas. All that he was experiencing was beyond his understanding and beyond his imagination. Another point worth noting here is that Arjuna is now calling Krishna as Lord Vishnu. This is the Dvaita Bhav, duality. I am different and Vishnu is different. This is the Dvaita Bhav of Gita, where the worshipper and the worshipped are two, unlike the Advaita Bhav, which does not recognize the duality. You and me are one. That is Advaita Bhav. The fact that all celestial beings are trembling seeing the terrifying cosmic form of the Lord indicates that they too had Dvaita Bhav. They had not become Advaita so far. That's why they are trembling. If they are a part of Paramatma, why should they tremble? So they had that Dvaita Bhav in them. But it is the greatness of Bhagavad Gita that all sects, all beliefs, under whether they are Dvaita or Advaita, they derive their strength and authority from Gita. It is in fact the greatness of Lord Krishna, who is incapable of being confined to one belief only. He makes himself available to all sincere hearts, whether you are Dvait or you are Advait, does not matter. If you have that sincerity in your heart, he is available to people who are following Dvaita or people who are following Advaita. Okay, next sloka, 25. Tamshtra karala nijate mukhani drashtvaiva kala nalasannibhani disho na jane na lavecha sharma prasida devesha jagannivasa. Tamshtra is the teeth. Karalani, terrible, horrible, scary. Te means your mukhani, the faces. Drashtva, seeing. Kala anala, the fire of death. Kala anala, fire of death. Sannibhani, as if. Disha is directions. Jane, I know. No means not. Labhe, I obtain. Sharma is grace, peace. Prasida, be pleased. Be merciful. Devesha, Lord of Lords. Deva Isha, Lord of Lords, Lord of Gods. And Jagannivasa, the refuge of the entire world. Arjuna says, seeing your mouths with fearful, scary teeth, resembling the raging fire at the time of universal destructions, Agni Pralaya. Your mouth is looking like Agni Pralaya is going to come or what? So horrible, so scary. I lose the very sense of direction. Nor do I find the peace. Therefore, be kind to me, O Lord of gods, and the shelter of the universe, or the Jagannivasa, shelter of the universe. Be gracious. Prasidam. Be merciful. Have some mercy. Now God now reveals the form of death and destruction. Unlike the earlier revelations of beauty and splendor, because God is the totality of creation, preservation and destruction also. Prakriti performs this role of God as his obedient servant. God doesn't do anything. He gets it done from Prakriti. Tamshtra karala nijite mukhani drashtveva kala nal sannibhani. Arjuna says that seeing the Lord's frightful faces on account of their terrible teeth and flaring like raging fire at the time of universal destruction, looking like Agni Pralay. He was terror-stricken seeing all this. Dishona janena labhecha sharma. Beholding such a terrible form of the Lord, Arjuna could not even know the four quarters of the world. The quarters are known with the help of sunrise and sunset. If you go to a new town, you see where the sun is. Then you decide, this is west, this is north, this is south. But now thousands of suns are arising at the same time in the sky, you lose the sense of direction. Isn't it? But the splendor of the Lord was more than even the effulgence of thousand suns, blazing all together. So he lost the sense of direction. And so being utterly amazed and confused, he lost his happiness and peace of mind. Prasiddha Devesha Jagannivasa. After beholding the frightening form of Lord, being terror-struck, Arjuna thought that he was displeased. He thought that cosmic form of Lord Krishna, he is displeased, very angry. And that's why he's showing this form. So he prayed to him saying that, please be merciful, please be kind. Prasiddha Devesha, Jagannivasa, the refuge of all worlds, please be graceful, please be merciful. See, Arjuna is now seeing God as the destroyer. The end does come. The end does come for all. No one is spared from the end. If it is a microbe, then the end may come in few hours. For human beings, it may come, say, after at the most 100 years. Or for the stars, it may come after 1 billion years. But it does come. The monsoon moth, patanga, that we see in the monsoon, it has a lifespan of only 2 hours. It rains thousands. When it rains, thousands you see suddenly, and suddenly they are gone. Abhi hai, abhi nahi hai. Because their life is only 2 hours. They cease to exist in couple of hours. They surely don't want a calendar on their wall as we want. Because they will say, what is the use of calendar? What is this month? We don't know what is month. We know only seconds. We have limited seconds. We don't believe that there is anything like a month or year. Give us a calendar of 2 hours, that is enough for us. Our life is that only. So every millionth of part of the second would be precious for the moth or the patanga, because his life is only 2 hours. If we try to tell these creatures that the human beings live hundreds of years or hundreds of thousands of times more than their life, they would not be even able to grasp what we are talking. At the other end of the scale, it is our own sun, the famous Mr. Daymaker, who makes our day. He was born about 6 billion years back, and he will be gone like all other earlier suns after he completes 10 billion years. So our sun is still with us for next 4 billion years. He's already here for last 6 billion years. Among galaxies, they would all say, when the sun is gone after 10 billion years, among galaxies, they would say, oh, what a premature death of sun. 10 billion years and gone. What a short life. The fellow did not last long. Here yesterday and gone tomorrow. What is this? It is like the day of Brahmadeva, the night of Brahmadeva. We'll all learn that in the 8th Adhyaya. Very interesting it will be. We cannot even grasp these things as the moths cannot grasp the human lifespan. Can you imagine 10 billion years of life? According to Geeta, even the universe itself will come to an end. Estimates of lifespan of the universe begin at 40 billion years and go up from there. Some will say 45, some will say 50, but the end does come. Eventually, Krishna, after 40 billion years or so, will come as the death of the universe, and he will say, even for you, the time is up now. Pack up your bags. Time has come for you now. But the most wonderful thing in all this is that you and I can break out this terrible cycle, which even the galaxies cannot avoid. The destruction galaxies cannot avoid. But you and me can break this. We can avoid this destruction. You and I can conquer the death with the help of Bhagavad-Gītā. In Hindu traditions, we have a saying that just as the robber does not attack or kill someone with no precious gems or gold, कंगाल आदमी है, उससे क्या मिलेगा? भागो. He does not rob, because nothing to be robbed. Death cannot destroy those who no longer wear jewels of their selfish desires. We go through the life full of such desires. I must have this food, I must have that clothes, I must have that car, I must have this house. It is all unlimited cravings that ties us with our physical and mental condition for the whole of our life. Then, when the great robber, Mr. Death, sees us, He cries out, oh, here is a rich person. He has many kamanas, many desires. So many desires for me to rob. So he is interested in robbing a person who is having that stock of desires in him. One who is desireless, you say, what will I do by robbing this person? He has nothing. Gita teaches us to learn this reality of our life. Remove all selfish desires and cut through the obsessive identification with the body once and for all. After that, though our body will come to an end, nobody can stop that. There will be no rupture in the consciousness at the time of death. Instead, there will be unbroken awareness of our real self. That fragment of God of love who cannot be affected even by the greatest challenge called death. Even the death cannot scare us. When we become desireless and totally committed, surrendered to Paramatma, galaxies may collapse. We will not. We will become a part of God. Okay, let's proceed further to Shlok 26 and 27. We will read this together. अमीचत्वान् धृतराष्ट्रस्य पुत्राः सर्वे सहैवाव निपालसङ्गैः भीष्मद्रोणसूतपुत्रस्तथासौ सहास्मदीयैरप्योदमुख्यैः and then वक्त्राणि ते त्वरमाणा विशन्ति दंष्ट्राकरालानि भयानकानि कीचिद्विलग्ना दशनान्तरेषु सन्दृश्यन्ते चूर्णितैरुत्तमाङ्गैः. Horrible, terrible. Ami means this. Tvam, you, Dhritarashtrasya, of Dhritarashtra, Putra, the sons, Sarve, all. Avanipala, that means the warrior kings. Sango, Sangha is the group, the team. Bhishma, Bhishmacharya, Drona, Dronacharya, Suta Putra, Karna. Tatha, also, Asau, that, Asmadi, our, Api, also, Yoda Mukhe, chief among the warriors. Mukhe. So Arjuna says further that I see all the sons of Dhritarashtra, I see Bhishmacharya, I see Dronacharya, and I see the Karna, I see our warriors and all the kings who are here to fight. All are rushing into your frightening, terrible, fire-emitting mouth with terrible tusks like teeth. Quite a few are visible hanging in the gap in between these tusk-like teeth. I see their heads are getting crushed into the powder, churna. What are the teeth of God Arjuna is referring to? He mentioned about them in the previous shloka as well. We use our teeth to grind our food, isn't it? God's teeth are his forces of destruction that grind everyone to death with the passage of time. Sabka time aata hai. There is an English poem which reads, though the mills of God grind slowly, yet they grind exceedingly small. Though the mills of God grind slowly, yet they grind exceedingly small. Though with patience he stands waiting. Though with patience he stands waiting, with exactness grinds he all. He doesn't spare anybody. Arjuna sees the great Kaurava generals, Bhishmacharya, Dronacharya, and Karna, and also many of the Pandava generals rushing headlong into the mouth of Lord to be ground between his teeth. He is beholding the imminent future of the cosmic form of God. Now here the doubt may come that the warriors whom Arjuna saw entering the deadly mouth of God were very much standing on the battlefield at that very moment. Then how Arjuna could saw them entering the God's mouth? The answer is God had asked Arjuna that he can see whatever he wants to see in this cosmic form, past, present, future. So Arjuna was asked to behold, to see whatever he wanted to see in that cosmic form, the past, the present, the future. Arjuna was seeing the future, that his great opponents were going to get killed in the battlefield, indirectly meaning that the victory was of Pandavas. Arjuna had asked this question to Krishna He had expressed doubt. We do not know whether they will win or we will win. Yadva jayema yadivano jayeho. This doubt he has expressed. When the war breaks, nobody can be sure who will win, this side or that side. Russia and Ukraine war broke many times, how many? 500 days back probably. Russia said we will finish them in 8 days. Could they finish? So when the war breaks, nobody can say when it will end and who will be the winner. So Arjuna had asked the same doubt. Yadva jayama yadivano jayeho. God is showing him the answer in its cosmic form. The God is beyond the limits of time. So for him, the past, the future, and the present, all three are present only. Bhishma, the grandsire of Pandavas and Kauravas both, was the son of Shantanu and Ganga. We know that story. To facilitate his father's wish for remarriage, Bhishma renounced his right to the throne and also took a lifelong vow of celibacy, Ajanma Brahmacharya. That's called Bhishma Pratijna. However, Bhishma continued to support Duryodhana despite knowing that he was evil and usurping the right of Pandavas, but he was committed to the throne of Hastinapur. Thus, Bhishma was also destined to die in this war of goodness versus evil. Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā describes Bhishma's prayer to the Lord when he lay on the bed of arrows in that battlefield of Kurukshetra at the end of his life. He said, "Let my mind meditate upon Krishna's dear pal, Shri Krishna, who obeyed his friend's command to drive the chariot to the center of two armies. And while there, he shortened the lifespan of opposing generals by his mere glance. He looked at us and we are dead." So Bhishma himself was aware that the consequence of fighting against Supreme Lord Shri Krishna would be death. So the God is not all goody-goody. Krishna, oh, very smiling face, a crown on its head, with a flute in his hand, all goody-goody. God is everything. He is not only goody-goody. God is everything. He can become ruthless. Remember, he is the creator, he is the preserver, and he is the destroyer also. All three. The more we live the life of selfishness and separateness, Geeta says, the more we live like the monsoon moths, the patangas. When we go pursuing our pleasures and prestige and power, we become blind and deaf. We become deaf to everything around us. Then we forget that we are running out of life as rapidly as a rain-swollen river is running towards the sea. That rapidly our life is finishing, ending. When we look back at our own life, we often get surprised. Oh, so many years have passed so swiftly. But abhi to main engineering mein padh raha tha, but now I am retired. How this has happened so swiftly? That's why the spiritual masters, they always say, do not postpone your spiritual life even for a day. A day lost is one we cannot gain again. We are moving closer to death with every passing moment. And once this realization penetrates our heart, that every moment I am going towards the death, we'll begin doing everything we can to go beyond death here and now. But the mind needs this conditioning, this reminder, very often to bring it back on the path of spirituality. Now coming back to this shloka, Arjuna says, this is the Lord in his most terrified form. The personification of death. To those who follow the voice of self-will, who pursue their personal pleasures and profits at the expense of their families, their friends, their community, or their countries, the death often comes in the awful form of violence like this. They get a violent death like this. Okay, going to Shlok 28 now quickly. Yatha nadinam bhombamegas samudramevami mukhadраvanti तथा तवामी नरलोक वीरा विशंति वक्त्रण्य भिविज्वलन्ति. Yatha, yatha means as. Nadinam, of the rivers. Bahava, many. Ambuvega, waves of water. Samudram, the ocean. Abhimukha, towards. Dravanti, to flow, to glide. Tava, your, ami, all this. Naraloka vira, warriors of human society, Manushya Loka. Vishanti, entering. Vaktrani, the mouths. Abhijvalanti, the blazing. So Arjuna says, now in this Loka, Arjuna described those notable warriors who were striving for God's realization and took the arms regarding it as their prescribed duty, as kartavya karma. So they are not fighting the war for getting something out of it. They are fighting the war out of their sense of kartavya karma, duty. And this is compared with the rivers flowing towards the ocean. As diverse torrents of river rush towards the ocean, so do these warriors of mortal world entering your blazing mouth. All that Krishna has been saying so far, birth is I and so is death. I am the beginning, I am the middle, and I am the end. I am all beings, all deities, all mountains, all rivers, and so on. Arjuna is visualizing all these heard words in the form of that vivid, lifelike images in that cosmic form. Yatha nadyanam bhavamupavega samudrameva mukhadраvanti. The source of water of river is in fact ocean only. Ocean water gets evaporated, isn't it? So the water evaporates from the ocean and falls as rain. And the rain goes to the river. And the river again goes to the ocean. So this is the cycle. So that water which is flowing through rain on the earth, it shapes as the flowing river. So the rivers have the natural tendency to flow towards the ocean and finally lose their names and identity. When it is getting merged in the ocean, can you identify this is Narmada Jal, this is Yamuna Jal, this is Ganga Jal? Cannot. So they get merged in the ocean. In fact, they had no identity of their own even in the past, but they merely appeared separate in the form of flow of rivers. Tatha tavami narloka vira vishanti vaktarane bhivijvalanti. Just like rivers, all the creatures rush towards the Lord to attain the eternal bliss. But some of them, by identifying themselves with the perishable and unreal body, are engaged in worldly pleasures and prosperity. And thus by error, they accept their separate existence. But there are other valiant devotees who, not taking any heed of pleasures and prosperity, march towards the God in order to attain the moksha, the ultimate goal of human life. Bhishmacharya, Dronacharya, etc. were such valiant warriors, who were yogis actually, who entered the Lord's mouth blazing with fire of knowledge, and thus they became fiery themselves by attaining the ones with him. They became one with him. So this is one comparison. Now those who have come there to fight because they will get something out of this war, for them another comparison is made. What is the comparison? Shlok number 29. Yatha pradiptain jvalanam patanga vishanti nashaya samruddha vegaha tathaiva nashaya vishanti lokas tavapi vaktrani samruddha vegaha. We'll go directly to the meaning now. Now in this shloka, Arjuna described those warriors who were being engaged on the worldly pleasures and prosperity and joined the war in order to gain either praise or kingdom or something. Now this is illustrated by moths, patanga. Arjuna says, as the moths out of their folly rush headlong into the burning fire for destruction, even so do these people hurriedly speed into your mouths for their destruction. As the patanga goes to the fire for destruction, these people are going into your mouth for destruction. Yatha pradiptain jvalanam patanga vishanti nashaya samruddha vega. Moths living in the green grass in the dark night of rainy season, being attracted by blazing fire, in order to get the light, they rush into the blazing fire. And one patanga goes, the other patangas also are seeing that this fellow is dying, going to the fire. But he is not stopping himself. He is also going. Nobody is learning. Everybody is going to the fire. If a person out of pity extinguishes the fire, they feel very sad. Patangas, arey fire chala gaya. Because they foolishly think that they have been deprived of the great gain. They thought fire is their gain and they distract themselves. Similarly, human beings. Out of our kamanas, we destroy ourselves. Daiva nashaya vishanti lokas tvape bhaktani samruddha vegaha. Worldly people generally hanker after the worldly pleasures and prosperity. And they also think of these such warriors, where with Duryodhana, his co-warriors, and such other kings who were entering the Lord's blessing mouth for their destruction. It means that generally people hanker after worldly pleasures, prosperity, praise, rest, etc. In order to gain this, they have to bear insult, dishonor, loss, worry, internal burning sensation, etc. Yet they yearn for this. Because they are so much attracted to their kamana purti that they rush towards it, knowing that this is a marga, this is a path of destruction, self-destruction. A moth out of ignorance falls on the burning lamp. So does the fish get caught on that fish hook out of ignorance. But the human beings, in spite of knowing the disastrous consequences of desires, kamanas, don't renounce them. Don't give up their kamanas. How tempting is this delusion? That we know we are walking on the path of destruction, we still keep walking on that. Okay, the last slok of today, slok 30. Leliyase grasa manas samantal lokan savagran budanirjaladbhi tejo bhira puri jagat samagram bhasastavograh pratavanti Vishnu. Now, having described the entry of warriors into the Lord's mouth, Arjuna, now in the next two shlokas, will describe Lord's terrible form and the process of destruction of these warriors, how they are getting destructed. With your flaming mouths, chewing on all sides, with your fire emitting mouths, you are chewing the warriors entering your mouths, you are chewing them from all sides, licking, leliyase, licking and devouring, destroying them, O Lord Vishnu. Your fierce radiance filling the universe with fierce blaze that is scorching the entire worlds. Leliyase grasamanas samantal lokan samagran vadanai jvaladbhi. The Lord was devouring, destroying the beings of all worlds through his burning mouths and was licking them with his tongue. Somebody is trying to run away, with his tongue he will put them back in his mouth. Terrible, no? With his tongue, and then anyone who was trying to escape, he will push back in that fiery mouth. Tejo bhirapura jagat samagram bhasasta ugrah pratavanti Vishnu. The Lord's radiance was very frightening. It was burning and tormenting the entire universe. See, the Lord controls the world with his majestic, magnificent forces of creation, maintenance, and destruction. At present, he is being pursued by Arjuna in this mode as all destroying, all devouring force that is engulfing his friends and allies from all sides. Viewing the zombie, the apparition of future events in that cosmic form of God, Arjuna sees his enemies being wiped out in imminent battle that is going to take place. The battle has not started so far. He also sees many of allies in the grip of the death. But mind you, Shri Krishna did not show Arjuna his son Abhimanyu getting killed, entering his mouth. Otherwise, if Arjuna would have seen Abhimanyu getting killed, entering in the mouth of Krishna, he probably would have run away from the battlefield. Oh, my son is going to die, I am going to fight this fight. So Krishna very intelligently, he did not show Abhimanyu. Though Abhimanyu also met the death in the war. So the Parabrahma, being actionless, is above these functions, which the Prakriti performs. All these tasks are being performed by Prakriti, not by Parabrahma. But we must remember that Prakriti is a part of Parabrahma and acts under the will of God, under the will of Parmeshwara. Now, petrified by this spectacle, he is seeing Arjuna will start enthusiastically praying to the Krishna from the next sloka onwards. That we'll see in the next session. Thank you so much for your patience. Now the forum is open for your questions. Thank you so much. Jai Shri Krishna.
Thank you so much, Vikas Bhayaji. That was indeed very, very enlightening as always. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Before we proceed with the question and answer, just a quick announcement. Seva and sadhana, as you know, all are deeply intertwined. A strong foundation in sadhana, and such as the sadhana, that Gita learning that we do, and self-reflection enriches our seva by making it more meaningful and impactful. As we engage in selfless service, our minds are purified and we experience the profound inner peace. So Gita Pariwar has arranged these special sessions. Today's session in Hindi was at 8 o'clock, and if it is still going on, please do join it. Otherwise, you can always watch the recording, and the same session will be in English next weekend. Thank you, and we encourage everybody to become a Gita Sevi. Now it is time for question and answer. You all know what to do. Please raise your hand, and our tech star will give you a chance, and Vikas Bhayaji will answer your question. Thank you, and it is Geeta Bhatt Didiji. Jai Shri Krishna. Please unmute and ask the question.
I don't know how to put it. I don't know if that's the right, like it's not regarding the today's session, but like something I was unprepared for and I saw. If I can ask, I'm not sure. If you believe in third eye, how it is seen, I saw.
What is that?
If one believes in third eye and one like. This was totally, I was unprepared for, and I thought I was seeing through third eye.
Yeah.
So I wanted explanation whether it was what it was, imagination or how, any technical.
See, this divine sight has nothing to do with the third chakshu. Third chakshu is a part of our physical body only. It is not a part of divya chakshu. It is not a part of jnana.
Okay.
It is opened with the help of yoga. Big yogis who perform this yoga sadhana for many years, they can open this third eye. But that third eye does not show you the Vishvarupa. Third eye,
I'm seeing through right now. Like this, if I can say it, or I'm not sure if there is any technical, I would like to know if there is any technical, if in front of her, or I'm seeing through one of these. The bhasma on the forehead.
I understand what you're saying. See, but Bhagavad Gita talks of three types of eyes. One is the Charma Chakshu, part of our body. Second is Jnana Chakshu. And third was the Divya Chakshu, which Arjuna is getting now in this 11th Adhyaya. So Jnana Chakshu, this Divine Chakshu, and the Charma Chakshu. Only three chakshus are there. In Gita, there is no mention of the third eye at all, anywhere, in any of the shlokas. This third eye, as I said, it is not covered in Gita, but as we know from our other knowledge, this third eye is there definitely. And the yogis, when they are breathing their last, they can somehow manage to open this third eye through pranayam, and then they can concentrate their prana in this place, and then they leave the prana from the top of the skull. So that is the process they follow. They open this third eye, concentrating the pranas here. Bhruvar Madhya Pranamavishek Samyak. In 8th Adhyaya we will learn this. Bhruvar Madhya. Between the two eyebrows, this third chakshu is there. So here they will concentrate the prana. And from here they will leave the prana. So that is the meaning of this third chakshu. But third chakshu, as I said, nowhere in Gita it is mentioned like that.
I'm seeing through some letters through the bhasma of one of the Gita Pariwar. That's, I just cannot believe it's, that's some explanation, and there is, if she has got a mirror in front or something.
Even you put a bhasma on your forehead, and then you can see through other people. You want to say that?
I'm seeing through the letter of the parts of the letter of the screen behind.
If you have that bhasma on your forehead?
Not on mine. One of the...
Who is saying that? So if there is a bhasma on her forehead, she can see what is given at the back of her mind. She can read the letters.
Yes. When she moves her head, I can see the parts through the.
Sorry, I don't understand this. I don't believe in this.
Okay,
honestly.
I don't either. That's why I'm asking for explanation.
I would like to meet that lady who says this.
Not says, I can see.
Because
I
Dada,
can
she is
see
saying
it's
she is
three.
seeing it just now. Can you tell me the name whose forehead you are seeing that third eye?
I would like to meet that lady.
She's she's from Geeta Pariwar, I can see. I don't know if I can say it. That's why I'm asking.
Okay, let me find out
You
if
sent
she has
it to
attained
me.
this. If she has attained this yoga sadhana, then we must all
She's
worship her.
Because
all
Dada,
bow down and worship her.
I think she's talking about the Bhasma put by Anita Didi.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyone having this kind of power that she can read at the back of her mind, whatever is there,
I
then this
could
is a
see
great
the
achievement
parts
in
of
life.
the letter very clearly from the Geeta Parivar's bits and pieces.
Yeah, this is a siddhi.
Through only the Bhasma part.
But then again, this is a siddhi. Siddhi can be achieved by years of spiritual sadhana. This is nothing with third eye again.
Only
Bhasma
while
is attaining
moving, it can be clearly seen. Like I'm
Yeah, but
stunned.
I will check up tomorrow if there is any such sadhak in Geeta Parivar who can really achieve this. If he or she has done it, we should all bow down our head in front of her.
I am,
worship her.
but I don't know how to put it. She knows.
Okay, let me find out. If you know her, then please give me her name. I
No,
will like
she's
to meet her.
there. I think she has got.
तर ती आहे मीटिंग मध्ये मी त्यांच्या डिटेल्स घेते.
Okay, fine. Okay, we'll go on to this question after some time. Anyone else? Anyone
Next,
else?
yeah, Śrīmad-Narayan Bhayaji, please go ahead and ask the question. Yeah.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you for your enlightened speech and elaboration and explanation of this chapter 11. And I want to know the basic question, that is, the God is in the form of infinity.
Yeah.
How the Arjuna is a needle point, like in that universe or infinity. How he is able to see the God's rupas and all characters in the God space.
Yeah. You see, initially when God was inviting him to see Pashyame Partha Rupani Shatashota Sahasrasha Nana Vidhani Divyani Nana Varna Kriti Nicha, in the first 3-4 slokas, God has been requesting, telling Arjuna to Pashya, see me. But Arjuna was not able to say anything. When Paramatma gave him the Divya Drishti, the divine sight, then only he was able to see. So it is a matter of getting divine sight, with the help of which Arjuna was able to see that cosmic form. Sanjay could see it because he got the divine sight from Maharishi Vedavyas. But nobody else on the Kurukshetra battlefield was able to see that divine form. I mean, the cosmic form of Paramatma.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
Sandeep Bhayaji, Jai Shri Krishna, please go ahead and ask the question. Bhayaji, unmute yourself and you can ask the question. Bhayaji, Sandeep Bhayaji, you're still on mute. Please unmute yourself and ask.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Yeah, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna to all of you. I would just like to ask one question, as you had just mentioned during the interpretation session, that I is the root cause for, Dvait and Advait. So my question is that and the root cause for I is the desires.
Yes.
All the things are originated from the desires, and it is the desires only which leads us to do so many things. So my question is that can we remove the desires, because all the sensory organs, its function is to go through their the eyes are supposed to see, the ears are supposed to hear. So how can we remove the factor I, as we learned in the 12th adhyaya of Bhagavad-Gītā, where Nirgun as well as Sagun, both the ultimate destiny is the same. And Prabhu also said that Sarv Karam Phalam Tyagam, in case you are not able to do the stepwise manner, but if you are able to do Sarv Karam Phalam Tyagam, I will immediately give you the desired result, and I will take care of you from the ocean. And in the same adhyaya, he also mentioned that Nirgun Upasana is Atir Dukkham. It is very difficult. These are the sum total of all these things. Can we remove our desire forever by going through this life? Number one. And the exact question that is coming in my mind is, who exactly I am? If we have to answer this thing, what exactly I am. So I hope you understand it's not.
Okay. Whatever I can make out of your question is, see, this I is our attachment to the body.
Yes.
When we realize that I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not the intellect, then that I automatically evaporates and it starts understanding that this I is the soul, the Atma, the Dehi, the Shariri, which is a fragment of Paramatma. And this is what we call as Atma Jnana. Atma Jnana is nothing greater than this. To realize the God within ourselves is Atma Jnana as well as Brahma Jnana, both. But it is easier said than done.
Yes.
As I said, that during meditation, when this sense of body one start losing, he gets scared. Oh, I'm becoming bodiless or what? So it is very easy to say that to come out of body, but when really one comes out of body during meditation, he gets scared, and the next day onwards, he stops doing meditation, saying that ये बहुत भयंकर है तो meditation. I am feeling as if I am dead.
Yes.
So that is the losing of I. But then, as I said, Rishis, Munis, they have been performing meditation for this very purpose, to come out of the body and realize that I am the soul, not this body. The day you come out of this I am the body feeling, that day came the Atma Jnana. And that is the feeling, when you get that Atma Jnana, you become desireless.
Okay.
So that is the end of it. When the day you receive Atma Jnana, you become desireless. Then what resides then remains? You realize the God. After realization of God, is there anything that remains to be achieved? Nothing.
And,
so that is the end. All desires.
And how to get merged with the God, to be in the meditation, to lose body, what exactly needs to be done?
You have to stand, you have to sit quietly. It takes years of practice. But you have to start one day. No day is late. Every day is, the beginning point is okay.
Okay.
So first you first sit, focus, try to focus your mind. Try to first focus your breathing, the coming and going breaths. They do monitor yourself. Don't do anything artificially.
Right,
okay.
Sir.
Breath is coming in, breathing is going out, coming in, going out, coming in, going out. A moment comes when coming and going becomes so equal that you start forgetting whether you are breathing in or you are exhaling. It becomes that smooth. When the breathing becomes that smooth, then that is the time to start and focus on our mind, our thoughts, where the mind is going. The mind will keep on running in different directions. You sit for meditation in your meditation room, and it will go and sit in the mall, or it will go and sit in a Pizza Hut to eat some pizza, or for eating some ice cream, or to make a party with the friends somewhere. So the mind has that tendency of running away. It doesn't want to get committed at one place. It wants to go to the material world again and again. You have to drag it back. In 6th Adhyaya, Paramatma has given this.
Yes.
Wherever your mind goes, bring it back. Again it goes, again bring it back. Again it goes, bring it back. Ultimately, the mind gets tired.
Right.
Coming and going, mind gets tired that this soul is not listening to me. Let me stay with him only now. Like when the body gets physically tired, in the night we get a deep sleep. Similarly, the mind, when the mind gets totally tired of this to and fro, going and coming, it starts resting with you. And that is the time, the moment comes when your mind becomes totally thoughtless.
Yes.
Mind becoming thoughtless, it may happen for a fraction of a second. But that fraction of a second, it gives you the great light in your Atma, in your soul, that yes, I can see the God. And our efforts in meditation should be how we can expand that fraction of a second to a second, to a minute, to an hour, and all 24 hours. That is the way we have to go. But meditation is the ultimate.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Devi Didi, please go ahead and ask the question. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna, Manjula and Jai Shri Krishna Bhaiya. My question is about the Mahabharata story itself. Apart from Arjuna and Sanjay, how many people saw this Vishvarupa of Bhagavan?
See, nobody saw it. People sensed it. They experienced it, but nobody saw it.
Yes, sensed it. And how can they sense it apart from Arjuna and Sanjay?
That is because I say sensing the Vishvarupa because of its cosmic effect. When it is emitting so much of effulgence, so much of light, so much of heat, people can experience that, no? The example I give out of the total solar eclipse. When the total solar eclipse takes place at 2 o'clock in the daytime, when everything becomes dark, we also sense something, no? We may or may see the solar eclipse. But the birds, animals, everything becomes totally quiet because they sense something unusual happening. So similarly, all the creatures in all the three worlds, they experience that something terrible is happening. The heat has suddenly increased, the light has suddenly increased so much, something terrible is happening. And people who have become one with Paramatma, they were being seen in that cosmic form of Paramatma. The Rishis, Munis who have become one with Paramatma. Those who have forgotten their Dvaita Bhav and have become Advaita, they become a Paramatma only. So all of us, many of us are fortunate from Gita Pariwar, if we attain that we become Advaita, maybe after 10,000 years, if Paramatma shows his cosmic group, we may also be seen in that cosmic form. Oh yeah, this is Mrs. Rukmini Devi. I can see her in the cosmic form.
Yes, Bhaiya, as you told in the earlier session, that every day we can sense this Vishwarupa with chanting this Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga. Yes, Bhaiya.
Right.
Thank you.
Jai Shri Krishna. Komalji Didi, please go ahead and ask the question.
Jai Shri Krishna, everyone. I wanted to ask that I have been meditating since last 14 years.
Oh, great.
And I'm very religiously I do it. And so now a time has come when I just as you said, that I lose the sense of my body. And then what is remaining, is that the Atma?
Yeah, if you are forgetting about the body, then what remains is the soul only.
Okay, that's
with body goes the mind, the intellect, the senses, the eye. When everything goes, then what remains is the soul only. That is the Atma Jnana. If you can experience it day in and day out, I would say you are very lucky.
Yeah, that it has becoming, first it was just for a fleeting of a second, then little later it has increased. And in fact, I have not got scared. You were saying people get scared. I feel that in fact, you conquer death. You overcome the fear of death. That is called Abhinivesh in yoga. In Ashtanga, they call it as Abhinivesh. So I feel that way it happens, that you don't fear death. Like today's example, morning, I was doing meditation and I got this feeling, and that time I got one side that some vehicle is coming and hitting me and I'm gone from this world. But didn't scare me. In fact, on Sundays I go for cycling. I went out very boldly because I was prepared to meet God. Like that it was with me.
Great.
So
I can imagine what kind of life you must be living with this kind of experience day in and day out.
Yeah.
People really struggle for it for many years. I don't know after how many years of meditation you got this experience, but people struggle for the whole of their life to get this experience. For a second, for a minute. If you can get it every day, nothing like it.
I don't get it every day. I get it repeatedly, but I don't get it every day. But repeatedly I get it. And today I was surprised at my boldness, that how I'm not scared. In fact, I was worried about that I should have left a letter for my people at home. That if I don't return, you inform these people and all that. I don't know why it was happening like that. But then I came back home, and I think God yet wants me to experience something more. So let's see when it happens next.
Very nice. Very nice. All the best. Very nice. Please teach all your colleagues how to enter into meditation and how to do it. I would like if you give a small demo in the next session, for say 5 minutes, 10 minutes, what goes on in mind, you can go on speaking, how to enter, how to start meditation.
Yeah, definitely. I will do that.
You will be greatly benefited by your experience.
I have got my tuition classes. I teach my students how to do meditation, and they are doing regularly. Yeah, they are also doing it.
Very nice. Very nice.
Great.
So next
Very
time,
nice to hear your
please take
experience.
out some time and show us how to do the meditation. How you have experienced that I am not the only feeling in you.
ना कौनते अभ्यास से ही होता है. अभ्यास, वैराग्य, वैराग्य. Those two are the.
वैराग्य गृह्यते. Abhyas and vairagya.
Yeah, that is.
Detachment from the material world and practice. These two things are necessary.
Yeah, because Gita is teaching us to surrender. So why worry about anything? When the Lord is taking care of everything, why worry only about anything? Whatever has happened will happen.
But it is easier said than done, you know. We
Yeah.
understand every word of Gita, but to bring it in practice is a challenge.
It's a challenge, but not impossible. It's not impossible.
Not impossible, but years of practice, you can definitely achieve it.
Yeah,
You are the example of it now. Great. Very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. Vikas Bhayaji, if you have time, there is a question in the chat box where Didiji, Sheila Didiji has asked to requested for the meaning of the 30th shloka. Lelihase.
Lelihase grasamanas samantal lokan samagran vadane dvaladvihi tejobhirapurya jagat samagram bhasasto grah pratvanti Vishnu. Lelihase means you are licking with the tongue. Lelihase, like that. Grasamana, devouring, destroying. Samantat, from all directions. Loka, the people. Samagra, all. Vadaina, by the mouth. Jwaladbhi, blazing, fire emitting. Vadanai Jwaladbhi, fire emitting mouths. Tejobhi, the tej, the effulgence. Apurya, to cover, covering. Jagat, the universe. Samagram, all. Bhasa, Bhasa means the rays. Tava is your. Ugra, terrible, scary, harsh. Pratapanti, scorching, heat. And Vishnu is calling that cosmic form as Lord Vishnu. So Arjuna says, I see you lapping up and devouring all the beings from all the directions with your tongue and with your flaming mouths. The whole universe is being scorched by your fiercely fiery rays and effulgence. So this is the 30th shloka.
Thank you, Bhayaji. Thanks so much for explaining so nicely. It is at your, tip of your, you just got it and you explained it so nicely. And, as when we were, sorry, I'm taking too much of your time. It's already past 9. But, we hear that you recite all the 18 adhyayas every day without fail. Any tips that you would want to, share with us? Like, when we say, right, and when we're practicing, when you are driving, do that way, do this way. How to maximize that time? Any tips that you would like to share with us, Bhayaji?
When you go for a morning walk, you can finish 6 adhyayas in the morning walk itself.
Oh, okay.
After taking shower, you can complete another 6 adhyayas. And in the evening, when you are taking your tea, coffee, after tea, coffee, you can sit for another half an hour or 45 minutes. You can finish the remaining 6 adhyayas. All in all, it will not take more than 1.5 to 2 hours. When you are beginner, you may take 2 hours, 10 minutes or all. But when you do it every day for years, it takes not more than 1.5 hours.
Wow. Yes, amazing.
Half hour in the morning, half hour in the afternoon, half hour in the evening, something like that.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. And I've been wanting to ask that question, so I asked everybody. Thanks so much. And Vishnu Sahasranama, Bhayaji, at the very beginning of your today's session, you mentioned that, and many of the sadhakas actually they have attended your session and they're so much in awe, because how the way you teach it, they're very, very impressed and they're benefiting so much by these classes. Thank you so much. And thanks for today's enlightening session, as always, Acharyaji. And before we conclude, I just want to take a quick minute to thank our tech stars today, Srimati Rashmi Mateji and also Mahesh Shevaleji Bhayaji, and our entire technical team and all the Gita Sevis and Sadhakas. Let us continue our Gita Sadhana and attend these sessions to enrich our spiritual knowledge. May Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā be our life guide. And let us conclude, before we conclude the session, let us thank the Almighty for guiding us all along and making this session successful. To do the prarthana, we have Srimati P. Subhashini ji with us. She is from Hyderabad and she holds a BCA degree and she is interested in drawing and singing. Associated with Geeta Pariwar since March 2024, Didi ji is already doing seva as a tech star and group coordinator. Subhashini ji, Didi, Jai Shri Krishna, request you to recite the prayer.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Yes,
Yogesham Satchidanandau Vasudevau Vrajapriyam Dharma Samstapakau Virang Krishnau Vande Jagadgurum Shri Krishnau Vande Jagadgurum. Jai Shri Krishna.
Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Thank you, Didi ji, for the beautiful prayer. Really appreciate it. Now let us all recite Hanuman Chalisa and seek the blessings of Lord Hanuman ji.
चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुकुर सुधारी बरन रघुबर बिमल जसु जो दायक फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि करहु कलेस विकार जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीसति लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा गानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र ध्वजा विराजय कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजय शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सिंहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर सहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए रघुपति कीनी बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरत ही समभाई सहस बदन तुम रोज सगावै अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावै सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा जम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीना तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना जुग सहस्र योजन पर भानु लील्यो ताहि मधुर पल जानु प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाहि दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हारे देते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होतन आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना आपन तेज समारो आपै तीनों लोक हाकते कापै भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवै महावीर जब नाम सुनावै नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावै मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावै सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा जिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावै सोई अमित जीवन फल पावै चारों जुग प्रताप तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे अष्ट सिद्धि नो निधि के दाता असबर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावै जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावै अंत काल रघुवर पुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई और देवता चित्तन धरई हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई संकट कटई मिटई सब पीरा जो सुमिरई हनुमत बलबीरा जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई जो यह पढ़ हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरी सा तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जय नाथ हृदय महडेरा पवन तनय संकट हरन मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुर भूप सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय।
जय श्री राम, जय हनुमान, जय श्री कृष्ण। सर्वं श्री कृष्णार्पणमस्तु। सर्वे जनाः सुखिनो भवन्तु। ओम तत्सत। Wishing you all a very